Good morning, Hawks. I'm here today to interview a very special guest. Some of you might know him, some of you might not. His name is Dr. Sanchez Corona, and he is going to be our new principal at Horizon starting on December 1st. And I just wanted to come in here today to ask him a couple questions so you guys can get to know him better when he starts. So my first question for you is, how does it feel for you to return to a school that you helped open in the beginning?
Thank you, Carter, and I want to say thank you for your time. I'm extremely excited. It feels like I'm going home. We built both schools together about almost 6 years ago on the back lot of Bridgewater Middle School. And it was just such a concept in the back of the mind of what will this look like? How will it look? How will it function? And both schools were kind of built together, but functioning together for at least 2 years. But to see them both grow up, because they're growing up right now, they're adolescents. And now I get to go back to this school and really add to it and shape it as it becomes an adult. I'm just beyond excited, and it's just a huge responsibility, and it's something that I feel that is just cosmic writing, that it's just perfect timing. You can't make a story better than this. Principal Jackson and I together formed both schools, and now he gets to hand it over to me as I continue his legacy. And it's just, I'm beyond touched by it, and I can't wait to soar with the Hawks.
For those out there who don't know your story, what inspired you to pursue education and eventually become a principal?
That's a really good question. It's a pretty personal one, actually. And I do want to step back real quick. A lot of you in Hawk Country are probably looking at me right now and saying, why does that guy look crazy? Today is a spirit day at Water Spring Middle School. It's roll out of bed day. So I decided to partake in it, and why not have fun too? Because I do like to work hard, play hard. So we all work hard, and we're going to play hard and have a good time doing it. So why a principal? I never wanted to be a principal, ever. If you were to ask me as a teacher, I used to teach high school English language arts and reading. Are you going to be a principal? I would have said, no way. And then I really, really got involved into teaching my fellow teachers and supporting them to become better teachers. And we pushed each other to be better in the profession. And I did that for about 3 years. I was an instructional coach at another high school. And I realized that I really loved doing it. I didn't have a problem spending extra time at work as long as it was for the students and for the teachers. And I loved everything else, all the extra stuff that happens in high school, kind of like how we had kickball. That was phenomenal, but you don't get those things at elementary and middle school. Yeah. So when you get those at high school, they energize you. So I was really enjoying those. And I had another principal I was working with. He's still in the district principal. He's actually higher than a principal now. He's principal leader Bailey. He said, you know what, Sanchez, you're already doing the job. You might as well get the title. So I was getting married at the same time, so I decided to go back to school and to get an administrator certification to see if I would like it. And I was like, I'll be an assistant principal and see how it goes. Still didn't want to be a principal. And I just loved it. I was able to support my teachers better, my students better. And what was told to me is when you leave the classroom and you go into administration, you become an assistant principal and an instructional coach or a principal. It's not that you're leaving the classroom. Your classroom just gets bigger. It gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So I saw this as a way for me to have a bigger classroom and have a bigger effect. And so to answer your question, it sounds like I'm going in circles. I never wanted to be a principal, but it's something that my path lined up with. People supported me and really worked with me to get really good at something. And that something is working with people, removing barriers from their way, letting them grow and prosper, and just having fun with them while they do it. I think that's the key. You can be successful and a hard worker, but if you don't interact with people and have fun doing it, what's the purpose?
What are your goals and priorities as becoming the new principal at Horizon in your first few months?
So the first couple months and the rest of the year really is I'm learning from you guys. So as I come in as a new leader to your school, I've already been a principal at one school, but I'm coming to your school as a principal. I'm going to watch you guys and learn how you do things. I want to learn the great things you've already done. I'm going to look at everything and ask some questions, but really I'm learning about your school culture, your staff's culture, and kind of how you operate, and just ask questions in the background. My job is to learn about you and support you the best way I can. So it's actually the greatest thing to do for the rest of the year is I'm coming in to support you, ask questions, and see how we can tweak things here and there to make it a little bit better. But really, I'm just coming in as a support right now.
All right, next question. This one's more of a fun one. What's something fun or unexpected about you that people will be surprised to know?
I'll give you three or a couple more. So one thing is before the pandemic, which we don't like to talk about too much, I used to weigh about 120 pounds, and I got tired of being like the small guy everywhere. So when everybody was just worried about putting on weight from the pandemic and trying to maintain their weight and be healthy, I was like, I wonder what it's going to be like to be somebody that works out at the gym and actually have muscles. So I was like, you know what? Let's see what that looks like. And I love it. I love lifting at the gym. I go 4 to 5 days a week. I'm pushing hard. Some of my friends want me to do some competitive options. But right now, I just love going to the gym and working out what goes on through the day and reflecting on things. So that's one thing. I just love lifting at the gym. And if you would have asked me 2020 or before, would you ever go to the gym and lift weights? I would have laughed at you. Now it's all I do, and I have to be forced to do cardio. But you have to do cardio, guys. Do cardio. It's healthy, but no more than once a week for me. I just can't. So that's one interesting thing. Another interesting thing is I drive a car now, but my main mode of transportation is a motorcycle. I'm a Kawasaki guy. I loved my 1400 cc. I had to get rid of it because it was going a little too fast with me. So now I have a 400 RR. So that is a 4-cylinder 400. It's a 2024. I love going around Lake Apopka and long roads to like Mount Dora on my own. It just helps me think and process. Absolutely love riding my motorcycle. And I'm trying to think of a third thing. Okay. One time when I was the year before I was a teacher and I was studying to be a teacher, I wasn't the brightest out there because, with life experience, you start learning a lot of things. And I just bought a house and it had an HOA and the grass had to be mowed and a storm was coming in. And so I thought, well, I don't want to get a warning letter. So I'll mow the lawn real quick before the rain gets too bad. Except I had an electric lawnmower, so I mowed the rain. I mowed the lawn in the rain with the electric lawnmower and electrocuted myself. So luckily, I'm still here today. But that just goes to show you life experience will teach you a lot of things. And do not mow the lawn in the rain with an electric lawnmower. Okay. I still have a scar on the back of my neck.
From being electrocuted?
From being electrocuted.
Is there anything that you learned at the middle school at Water Spring that you think that you're going to bring with you to Horizon?
The key thing of our business that I've learned in this is if you were supported as a good leader in any school, Water Spring, Horizon, or any of the other schools in Orange County Public Schools, is that we're in the people business. So education is the people business. You're either teaching people or you're supporting people who are teaching people. So it is the people business. So learning how to talk to people, finding out what their needs are, finding out what obstacles are in their way, learning how to motivate students that need to be motivated or just to understand things from their perspective. But the one thing that I always keep in my mind and I train my assistant principals with and anybody I work with is education is the people business. And if you're not willing to get to know the person, whether it's a student or a teacher or it's a custodian or cafeteria worker, if you're not willing to really get to know them and understand where they're coming from, then you're not really understanding our key business because it's all about people.
What excites you about moving to a high school that is on the newer side, we're still building our traditions and our identity?
That in itself is exciting. We're putting our mark together as faculty and students on something that will outlast us. So we may be retired, you may be retired, I'll be in some home wheeling around an electric scooter somewhere, but our traditions that we build this year, next year, the year after, are going to be still carried out without us there. They may not know exactly why they're doing it, but there's a reason behind it because everything's intentional. But it's still going to be there, and we know why it's there. And so the cool thing about being at a school where it's still growing up, like I said, Horizon's still kind of an adolescent. It's still growing into an adult, is that we are able to leave our mark, and for generations, our mark is going to carry on. And we're going to be able to look back in our very well-equipped homes that we're going to be in, our retirement homes, and say, I know why they're doing that, or that's the dance I set up, or that's the kickball tournament I set up, or that's the way we did it, and this is the reason we did that. In fact, I heard that there's a installation just happened at the front of the school this past weekend. The school community got something very beautiful. All of you know what I'm talking about if you've passed by the office. The statue. And you guys and us all together, we're going to create some traditions that go along with that statue. So after we're gone, maybe 30, 40 years from now, those students that are just coming into Horizon High School and becoming Hawks, there's going to be traditions that we just create this year and next year that they're going to be doing. And that's an amazing thing to think about. And that's a privilege. And that's what I'm really looking forward to.
Do you have any final message to the Horizon community as you're stepping into your new role?
Yes. I cannot wait to meet you. I can't wait to see you. And I cannot wait to show you the energy and love that I have for our school. It is going to be a good time. I'm going to support the faculty. I'm going to support the students. And we're all going to do this together. We're going to work hard and we're going to play hard. And I want to see you guys laughing with me every day. And I want to see us really, really breaking records, but doing so and having a good time and creating those rich traditions. I cannot wait to be a Hawk with you on that campus. And it's coming December 1st. And I will see you all very soon. Go Hawks!
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.